Good morning, Gary. How are you?
Morning, mate. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Just a quick look back at Saturday then, and the first win of the season. What did you make of the performance?
First half, thought we were great. Thought we'd done everything we asked. 17 shots on goal, which is it's a high return of shots, which we've worked quite hard on through the season, of final third entries, shots on goal, penetrations, crosses coming in the box. So our numbers were all up there first half, and second half it wasn't up to scratch, but there was a lot of factors with the heat. First game of the season, first game, nerves and debuts on this pitch for some of the lads. A couple of factors which we put into that, but overall we're pleased to get the win. It could have been a little bit more comfortable, but the keeper was outstanding on the day, but coming away we thought we truly deserved to win the game.
And it was a fantastic goal to win the game as well, wasn't it?
Brilliant goal, brilliant run. We knew we could hurt them down them sides with three centre halves. We knew the areas we can get into, and there's a great pass from Ollie Banks. I think he put a show on Saturday where he showcased some of his skills and some of his passing range, and he's going to be a big player for us.
Yeah, did he show exactly why you brought him back to the club?
100%. We watched them last year as well. Well, we played against Barrow in the FA Cup when we were at Ipswich, and the gaffer went and watched Barrow a couple of times before we played them, and Ollie Banks was the best player on the pitch every time he seen them. So we knew Ollie was a good player. I've played with him, the gaffers managed him. We knew what he could do, but he's come here and his passing range is really, really top draw, much higher than the level we're at, and if we can keep him on the pitch, keep him fit, and he'll be a big player for us.
And I imagine he brings a lot of experience to the group as well. Yeah,
he does. We've got a couple of young lads in, but then again we've got the likes of Grimes, who's a big character at the club. Mike Jones has played a lot of games. Ollie Banks has played a lot of games, so he's got that bit of experience. He knows the level. He's played levels above. So yeah, so far so good for Ollie.
After the game, Liam Mandeville spoke about his motivation to try and score more goals and get more assists this season. Is that something as a management team you've been working on him with?
Well, yeah, 100%. I think Liam's totally aware of. Liam's doing everything right, but at the end of the day, this game now is judged on numbers. You look at the end of the season, I think he got 2 or 3 goals, Liam, last season, so it's not enough for the ability he has, the work rate he puts into the team. So we work on it, and after training every day, when there's shooting put on for players and extra training for the forwards, Liam's there every time. So, you know, if you practice, you'll get in them areas and you'll see the outcome. Firmly believe you'll get a lot more goals this season. He's played brilliant pre-season, come back super fit. We feel like we've put him in the right slots on the pitch for him to get more goals and more assists, and thought he took his goal brilliantly on Saturday.
How pleasing was it also to welcome back Kavongo, Shimanga and Jack Clark for their first minutes of the season after a long-term injury as well?
Yeah, it's nice. Listen, it's nice for the lads themselves, especially to come into a good crowd, a home, a win, to get them 2 lads back, because you see them. I never seen them play last year. I never seen either of them play since I come to the club. So it's been nice to work with them. You see how hard they worked in the off season, come back pre-season. It's been tough. It's been a tough pre-season for everyone, but lads who've been out, especially Clarkie's had 2 bad injuries. I know Cabby has, but Clarkie's was a muscle one, so that's a little bit more tricky, I think, for him to come back, get through all the work. He had a tiny niggle towards the end of pre-season, but he's come through that, and he looks strong, he looks fit, and hopefully they're ready to play now, the pair of them.
And did they come through Saturday okay?
Yes, yep, perfect. Chomping at the bit to go again Tuesday. They've missed a lot of football, so they'll be desperate to play, and we're so happy to have the pair of them back.
and there was a debut for Ross Fitzsimons in goal as well. Is the plan for him to play the next 2 matches and then sort of take it from there, really?
Yeah, well, he's at number 1 at the minute. Lucas misses another 2 games, so now we just crack on with it. Ross is he's come in, he's had a clean sheet on his first game. Come in, settled in really well. He's been here before, so he knows the club. Seems a really nice lad. Everything we asked for him on Saturday, he done. Tomorrow will be a different challenge for him, but I think he knows he's an experienced keeper. We're quite happy with Ross.
Quasi Asante missed out through injury. Was that more of a precaution, not wanting to risk him?
He just had a niggle, Quaz, and I think you got to be careful with some players. I think Quaz is 29, so if we're forcing players like that age and stuff to come back and so early in the season, if we be greedy with him, try and nick that game out of him, he might miss 3 or 4. We've got to be really careful, especially with lads at 29, 30, 31. I think last year he come back from an ACL injury and he was never quite right. So we got a good summer into him. He's super fit. We don't want to lose him for any more games, so we just be a little bit careful.
Has he got a chance of being involved tomorrow?
I'd like to think so, yeah. I think if you speak to Quaz, he doesn't want to miss games. He's just got to manage his body a little bit, and it wasn't a serious injury, so hopefully he can play some part tomorrow.
Are there any other fresh injury concerns going into tomorrow night then?
No, all good to go. Looking forward to the game.
And Wrexham are up there with the title favourites. What are you expecting tomorrow night?
Tough game first and foremost. Well organised team, experienced manager who's done really well for years. They know the jobs. They have a style of play which has done them well. Especially last year, they just missed out in the playoffs. So we know. Listen, everyone says, "Oh, they're the big spenders." This, and that. You've still got to manage your team. You've still got to get the players playing. So I think Phil Parkinson's done really well. It's a tough job because everyone expects Wrexham to walk the league, and as you see, it's never that easy. So we're expecting a tough game. They've got some really good players, well organised, physically strong. So we'll have a big job on our hands, but we're okay at the minute.
Are you expecting set pieces and corners to play a big part in the game?
Well, they're a big part of every game. You see World Cups won on set plays, but Wrexham are good at them. Everyone has a different style of play. Wrexham have had a lot of success from long throw-ins and set plays, and why would you change it? It's a tool. It's a big tool. They've got some big boys. They've got Tozer who can launch the ball from his own half into our box. It's a tool. Why wouldn't you use it? And they use it quite well. And we've got to be ready for that. We know it's coming. It's not a secret. So we work on that. We'll have a good day today for all set plays. But you can't just tarnish Wrexham with the long ball and throws coming in the box. They've got a lot of good players. They've got good footballers. Boy Davis in the middle of the pitch, lovely footballer. Elliot Lee, lovely footballer. Mullen's a scorer. Palmer's a handful. So we're ready. We'll be ready. They will cause us problems, but we will cause them problems.
Is it a chance to lay down a marker and sort of stamp your authority on this league nice and early tomorrow?
It's early. It's really early. You can't get carried away, win or lose. We've got a tough month. First month was always going to be tough for us as a new team. But listen, anything could happen. You could lose a player after 2 minutes. You've seen against Dorking, you could lose a player after 2 minutes, and you can't get too down and too because you've lost to Wrexham. But listen, we're going out to win the game. We're in a good place. We had a good pre-season. I firmly believe we would have beat Dorking quite comfortably in the first game. If we had 11 men on the pitch, we've gone into Aldershot and showed the same pattern to play what we play, areas on the pitch, spaces we want to attack, and we'll continue tomorrow. We'll play the way we play. I don't think it's no secret. It's up to teams to stop us, and it'll be a good game tomorrow. Contrasting styles, but it'll be a really good game.
Should be a great atmosphere as well, and a good advert for the National League, I would have thought.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah, two big clubs, two of the biggest clubs in the division. Pitch will be lovely. Our fans will turn up in the numbers, and I suspect Wrexham will as well. They're a big club. They travel well. It's a great game. The pitch will be lovely. I'm really looking forward to it. Straight after the game Saturday, our attention was turned straight to it, to Wrexham. When the fixtures come out, Wrexham games are good games. Notts County games are good games. They're the games you want to play in. Especially our players should be looking forward to it, which they are. They're coming today. They've had a good recovery. And we're ready. We're ready to go.